And I'm a dummy. We actually just wanted to get rid of that. No, okay, we didn't. Sorry, guys, if you're just catching this now. I think when I went full screen on myself, I hit escape or something, and I think that might have ended the chat, but I'm not 100% sure, and I don't want to test it out.
It might
So,
have been me also when I tried to drop out and log on again. I might have
oh, that's possible too.
accidentally closed
That's
the
possible
chat,
too.
so it might be my fault.
Yeah, I don't know. Like 9 minutes in, I don't. It's 9:19, so we were out for 10 minutes. So one person's watching at least. Apologies again. So this is now chat 199.5.
This
Version
is the
2.0.
200. This
Version
is
2.0.
200.
Yeah. This is 200. You're right. This is now 200.
Yay!
Anyway, next week will be 200. Yeah. So I don't know how much. Anybody in chat, let us know what's the last thing you heard us talking about. Maybe we totally removed Dave's room view. I don't know.
Probably
Probably.
they probably did
We
say
should
anything, so
we should
I'm gonna have to do it again.
we should just start as though the other thing never happened, and you can just delete it off YouTube.
Well, I mean that's.
for
I'm just gonna see
for
if chat's working. It looks like chat's working.
for all of the
Um,
many people who watch this later, they would know that we screwed up.
yeah. Jeff. Jeff Brundage, thank you for pointing this out. Uh, luckily, I have a screen right beside, and I had our Canadian Brick Builder chat up there. Found it again. Okay, good. So yeah, one of us, one of us goofed it up. I'm going to take the blame because it's my chat, but it could have been someone else.
No, it's probably me.
So
I
what was the
think
last thing? What was the last thing that you guys heard or saw? Was it Dave Sincere leaving, and then it died?
Probably.
Which is funny because I saw a little box in the top corner saying, "How did the chat go?" And I was like, okay. I gave it a thumbs up. I'm like, why is that coming up now? That was like 5 minutes before Jeff said, by the way, it's no longer running. I just wasn't really paying attention. Apparently, the live button isn't predominant enough. But anyway, okay. So I'm assuming Dave, we didn't get the full room tour.
Yeah.
Do you
So I'm
want to
gonna
do
do
it?
it again.
You want to do it again? Okay, this time we'll let me just. And that's why you're up in that corner because I had changed the view to go like this. That it was right. It was just as
I'm gonna
Dave.
go out actually.
It was just as Dave left. So
So it's all my fault. It's all my fault.
I don't want to say it's Quebec's fault, but because that's going. Oh, he's actually left his room completely.
Yes, so I'm gonna switch it over.
And now he's
So
moonwalking. Okay, I'm just making sure that we're still live. Okay, we're still live. Oh, now we're sideways. Oh, that's better.
okay, full size view.
Well, okay, this is the upgraded version of the room tour.
Okay, so we're coming up to the part where the garage used to be. That's the door to the rest of the garage, actually.
Gotcha.
That's the door to my new Lego room.
Hey, that's a French door.
Yes, that's the French door. Une
What-
porte
and-
française, comme like we say in French.
Parlez-vous
So
français?
yes. So we're coming up. This is not actually a closet. It's for the water heater. So
Gotcha.
Ooh.
Oh, we actually get to see the water heater this time too.
Woo!
Wow, so fancy.
We have a ream too at our house. So.
So it's a 60-gallon because I have a big family.
Yeah.
Yeah, I went ahead with the yellow Lego, the Lego yellow. So
Yeah.
and as you can see, plenty of lighting.
Yeah. So that wall is going to contain.
That the first wall here with the window.
Yeah.
That's where my desk will be.
Yeah.
I'm gonna also have some like little drawers for smaller pieces and
Gotcha.
probably a few shelves for stuff. And on this wall, I'm gonna put on the far left is gonna be probably a few shelves for mocks or kits or things I want to display.
Yeah.
And but on the far right is going to be my new storage. Well, not storage, but my new. I'm kind of tired. Yeah, it's going to be my new sorting system.
Gotcha.
that
Yep.
inspired by Jeff and
I was
David
get-
Coutis.
yeah, which
So,
is I think going to look similar to mine without
yeah.
all the
So
tackle
I'm
box.
going to put shelves and the bins,
Yep.
but I'm thinking of adding like a mobile shelf. So a bunch of shelves on wheels that I could just move around, and so that will provide me with more shelves and more uh, sorting capacity.
Gotcha.
On this wall, on the white wall, we are gonna, like I said, I'm gonna probably add moving shelves, and on the far right, on the corner here, I'm gonna put all my display stuff, so my show stuff. So, but basically all my boxes for my moon base and my star base and things I want to display. So basically, if I want to work on something, I just have to take the box out and
Okay.
work on
So
it.
when you're on camera, you'll have that behind you, basically. Then.
Well, probably not, because if I do want to make it prettier, I'm gonna probably just pull out the shelves with the sorting system, so it's gonna look prettier. And so that's basically it. That's the tour. And what you see on the floor here, as I mentioned earlier, but no one was listening, um, is the rest of the shower, because the contractor wasn't able to install the walls and the door on the shower with everything that's in glass, because it's missing hardware. It's missing the hardware that to connect to the shower walls. So my contractor basically asked to the supplier to ship the hardware back to me directly, and when I get it, I need to contact them, and they're gonna finish installing it. But for now, it's sitting in my Lego studio, because that's the only place they need. It's not far from the bathroom, so basically that's it.
Makes sense. Cool.
So that's the tour. But at least now I'm in the basement.
Yeah,
I
which is a
have
bonus.
I have a yellow Lego room. So,
Woohoo!
and that's why it's so echoey, because it's empty right now.
Yeah.
I don't even have wall decorations or anything.
Oops.
Exciting.
It is. Sorry, I'm just trying to.
It makes me want to. So we have an unfinished basement in my house, and the studs for walls are in place, and there's overhead electrical sockets, but no plug-in sockets on the walls. And so it needs drywall. It needs a little more electrical stuff run. It needs carpet and paint. But I really would like to, in 2024, finish a third of it off so I could move my Lego room, which I'm basically overflowing. This is the small quote unquote bedroom in the house. And I'd like to move it all down to the basement. There's no windows, so I don't have to worry about any yellowing or, light.
I thought there was a big. Oh, I guess the very back room. I was gonna say you have a big sliding door in there down there, but yeah, okay.
Yeah. So the front room there is a small room that faces the lake. So I would do those two rooms. I would put drywall up, and
Yeah.
the room that faces the lake, I would make into like board games and maps. So I call it the map room, and we would play board games, have people over. But the longer room would be entirely windowless and
Yeah.
perfect. It would be 2.5 times the amount of space I have here, so it'd be fantastic. But so seeing your new room makes me want to do it.
Agreed. Yes.
Oh, and I forgot to say that on the door where the water heater is, I'm also gonna add a mobile shelf. That's where I'm gonna put my box kits. So everything's gonna be there.
Your wall of like your stuff you haven't built yet. You mean?
Yeah.
Okay.
All the
So
kits
every
that
time you
are
walk
still
in the
in
room,
boxes.
you're gonna see it right away, and you're
Yes.
gonna be like, "Oh, I need to build those."
Yes. Either I need to build those, or damn, I should sell those.
I should sell those. True. Almost. Speaking of which, I don't know if you guys remember. I had said that probably talked about this in our chat months ago. I found 7 copies of the Princess Peach Mario set. that were like 25 Canadian dollars, down from 60 or whatever. So I ended up buying 7 of them, and I was like, I'll probably never sell this Princess Peach thing, but the Peach itself, the full character, was selling for about, I think, 25 or 28 bucks. So I listed at 20 because I had 7 of them. Today, someone bought 6 of them.
Wow.
So I made 120
6
bucks today. I'm
peaches?
like, woo!
6 peaches?
Six Princess Peaches, yeah. So I'm not sure what they're doing with them, but I got
So
rid of most of them.
I
So
got
that
a
made-
I got a text from my next door neighbor today. So he's got back into Lego during COVID, and he's probably like 30, 32. And he said that his mom had recently gotten interested, and she wanted the map of the world set.
Okay,
You know
yeah.
the one I'm talking about, the like
Yeah.
mosaic. It's the
Yeah,
world.
yeah.
Is that still
He's-
available?
It's not, and
Yeah.
he's like, I want to get it for her, but the
Someone has
secondary price has
Yeah.
doubled.
Yeah.
Wow.
Doubled. It only came out like 5 years ago, so it's like a $200, 220 set, and there it's like going for $500. And he's like,
I
"Do
can
you
see
know
that.
anyone who has one for sale for less than 500?" I'm like, it was one of those sets that I thought was kind of cool, but I didn't like the color choices
Yeah,
that
yeah.
they made. So I thought if
Yeah.
I did it, I would just rebrick it and like download the instructions and like use totally different colors.
Yeah.
And I suggested that he could do that, but he's like, my mom would have to make that mental adjustment in the instructions that, like this color was a different
Well,
color.
Technically, you could just buy all the parts off of Bricks and Pieces and get the digital instructions for the actual colors,
Yeah.
right? And it would probably cost a heck of a lot less than the set itself.
Yep.
Do you know the set number? I might pull that up and try it just to see. How it works.
My phone's downstairs. I don't.
Okay.
You know what? Let me see if
I'll look it up. I've got
it's like 31211 or something. Let me look. See if I
31211. Hold on, checking. Lego map of the world map.
I just
Three-
saw the- I
three
just saw
one
the title of
31
the street.
31203.
What was that, Sincere?
It was David's fault.
Yeah. I changed it as you were talking. Yes, I have a link for Pab.
By the way, Jeff, I have to drop in like 15 minutes. So.
Okay, 312 what?
31203.
Oh, look at that! Like it partially brings it up. Wow, that's impressive. Of course, note that bestsellers are the only thing available. Still, parts in the set 1695. I wonder if you could actually just say, does it actually say, oh yeah, it says quantity in set 4. If you say pick, will it actually add it? No, it doesn't do it. So you have to adjust it all. But I mean, I don't know if all the parts are here. I would think most of them are.
Yeah, my guess is that it's not using anything super rare. It's using huge quantities of dots.
Yeah. So I mean, you might want to try that, like test that out and see. But anyways, yeah. I also, for the record, I also had just your name and Sparkly and Sparky, because Cowdice said he might show up. So anyways. So yeah. But okay, so Mr. Sensier, do you want to tell us about anything? Is there anything going on?
Yes, I have big news, but
News?
it doesn't concern me directly, but I heard it from I'm gonna say I heard it from a reliable source. All right. So basically, we have 3 conventions here in Canada, 2 Lego conventions. We have a BrickCan, we have Bricks in the Six, and we have Bricomania. And I heard, and like I said, it's from a reliable source, and it's coming from an official source also, that the only recognized AFOL networking event here in Canada, which is BrickCan, will no longer be a recognized networking event for AFOLs in 2025 because they are apparently changing venues, and Lego was concerned that it wasn't reaching out to as many kids, adults, and fans as they wish. So basically, yeah, BrickCan is no longer a recognized Lego event. So, and That's my own. That's the news part. My prediction, and I'm gonna say I could wager like a two loonies on this one, but I
Maybe
think
turn on two two.
I think Brixton the Six is gonna be the new Lego recognized event for like yep
So
for Canada.
so I'm thinking this through.
Because Brixton the Six has the number of AFOLs to
Yeah.
qualify. It has the visibility because they're like people are showcasing it in their social media. There's always the presence of um, Lego Masters and stuff like that. And I think I mean Graham is quite
Your audio's going.
my audience gone.
Yeah. It sounds like your battery might be dying or something. It's
Get all
making it worse. It's actually got a pattern. I don't know why that is,
I don't know.
but it's getting harder to hear you. So,
Okay.
um,
Well, basically, my prediction is that Brixton is just going to take the mantle and be the recognized people event.
I muted you, man. It was getting worse and worse and worse. Do you have another audio source you can switch over to? Can you just turn off the mic on your and use your phone mic? Nope, it's still there.
Hello?
It's still
Can you
there.
hear me now?
It's still there. Hold on, let me try something here.
It's staticky
Oh,
and it's very
something.
loud staticky.
Say
It's
something
like
now?
bump, 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 bump,
Can you hear me
Say-
now?
Oh,
Hello?
okay, you did it. Yes, we can hear you now.
Okay. So basically, I think
Weird.
the spot is going to be taken by Brixton the Six.
Okay.
They have the AFL numbers, they have the visitors, they have the visibility. Graham is well connected with Lego.
Yeah. So I was under the assumption that that Lego was trying to get rid of the recognized lugs or the recognized events in the first place, because they've been scaling them back over the years, and a lot of them have lost status over the years. But
I don't think they're trying to get rid of them. I think they're tightening the criterias. I think they want solid events in their fold. I think they want to support, and I think for Lego, I think it's important to have a recognized at least one recognized event in Canada.
yeah, that makes sense as
So,
well. So
but I could be wrong.
yeah,
You could be just cutting out Brickcan and saying, "Hey, you guys need to do better." I don't know.
yeah. Well, and Brickhand also was getting rid of their public days, right?
Yeah, I
So
think
I mean,
that's the main part.
yeah, and which I always thought was weird because they were doing it in a casino. Like their event is held in a casino, so like I always wondered how many kids they would get coming through and how that would work. So I don't know. Yeah.
Well, yeah, but I don't think Lego wants to scale back on events. I think they're pushing for AFOs. Well, at the very least, they're pushing lugs to participate in AFO only events because that's where they're pushing for. I mean, that's the sense we're getting from all the rule change and all the changes that Lego is making towards what qualifies a log as to be recognized, and so I think Lego is pushing for events, but like I said, I could be wrong, I could be mistaken, but
Yeah. Huh.
so
I don't know.
I think getting rid of public days for Brickcan was a big mistake. Big mistake.
Yeah, I agree. I don't know why they did it. Like I don't like. I just remember. I think I forget who even said that they were doing that. And yeah, I know we're getting lots of feedback on Dave's side.
Yeah.
I just wanted-
Anyway, I'm dropping off in
yeah. Okay. So everybody deal with it
in 5 minutes.
in 5 minutes. Deal with it because he's only going to be here for 5. He came, he saw, he left. But and I've been trying to do an image again because this is just fun. There you
He came, he saw, he distorted.
go. So, but okay, so we got some news. No, here's Jeff's. They seem to be pushing lugs to do their own shows as opposed to doing displays with things like toy shows too. Yeah, because there's rumor. I'll say rumor right now because I don't want to announce anything that Ottawa's going to have a show. There's rumor. I don't know. I've heard that through the grapevine. Please don't kill me, Paul. But yeah, because I guess every lug has to do a show in order to keep their status, and it has to be a Lego based show. And I don't think this is what I've been hearing. I don't know that conventions like going to Bricks in the Six. I don't know if that can for other lugs. I don't know if that qualifies as doing a show.
I will tell you, so this year they rolled out a new end of the year reporting, and
Okay.
they've broken shows into 3 categories. So
Yeah.
one is like primarily Lego, it's like it could be trains, but there's a Lego component. And when I started filling it out for my lug, I thought that there was only going to be one category. So I listed like all 4 of our shows. And then I was like, oh crap, no, they're breaking it out. So
Okay.
it's obvious that Lego is trying to sort of categorize the shows that lugs are doing. They haven't, to my impression, been crystal clear about how they rate these things, but they definitely are gathering data on different types of show formats.
Gotcha. Yeah.
And it makes sense because Lego is pushing recognized media to go on social media and participate in Lego based event or Lego only events, and then post content on social media. So I think Lego doesn't want to get rid of the shows. I think Lego wants to push
They want more of
clubs to organize Lego only show and not take part in toy or do toy shows or
And I mean that makes sense because it's competition for Lego. If you're going to a show that's if you're going to a toy and doll show or toy show type thing, and it's everything and Lego, then it's blurring their brand a bit too, right? Like
we 2 of our shows are primarily train shows that we get invited to. Now the history here in Georgia is that there were once 2 lugs. There was one that was for the city, and there was another one called the North Georgia Lego Train Group.
I remember those guys.
And so
NGLTC.
they were combined. And so, but there is that history of Lego trains going to model train shows. So we've got currently half of our shows are train shows that we just are the Lego people. So
Yeah. I remember NGLTC. I'm trying to think that one of the leaders of that moved to another state.
is that Mark Staffa? No,
Oh no, Mark Stafford was in your life? No.
no, not Staffa. Mark something. I'm sorry.
Yeah, I don't know. I know Scott was part of NGLTC as well. He's probably part of your
Yes,
former lug name as well.
he's not very active.
James James I can't think of his last name. But I think he moved somewhere else.
Yeah, we had a member who came to the grand opening of the Alpharetta store,
Yeah.
and he had an entire pallet of very high priced sets he was buying, and I was right behind him in line. And I got up to the counter and I was like, "What'd that guy do? Win the lottery?" And the person said, "Yes, he did actually. He won the lottery." Bought
Okay,
Lego,
James
moved to Florida.
James
So,
the troll.
guys, I gotta drop, but
Yep.
it was nice seeing you.
Same. We're glad you're in a room
Piece
that
of
was
news,
yellow.
I got a Lego studio that's coming, and Brick Can lost its recognized status. So
He just came to break news.
yep.
Better that than wind. So
All right, see you guys.
yeah. Hopefully, see you next week.
Bye.
Okay, speaking of which, next week I will still be here. Hopefully Matt will be here. But the following Wednesday, I will try to do a chat. I will be in Atlanta by then. I will probably just do it from the hotel room though, because I don't want to have to go. Well, because I don't know what time we're going to come in.
I know.
So, so I'll try to create the chat Tuesday night for Wednesday evening. I think based on my current timing, I should be rolling in around dinner time to Atlanta. But Tuesday morning, I'm leaving my house at 6 a.m. and I'm packing my trailer at 5 a.m. so I can get to Dayton Brick Store, I think it's called Dayton Brick Shop, something like that. They close at 6 p.m. on Tuesdays. But I wanted to get there because they open at 10 a.m. the next day, and by then I want to be driving away again.
Yeah.
So
It's putting a lot of pressure on yourself. Did you time it out? Do you have a cushion?
yeah, hold on. No, there's not much of a cushion, but if I have to go through Buffalo instead of Detroit because of the weather, then that's not happening. But I could also drive back that way if I wanted to. But I'm actually I usually drive down through Chicago, or no, sorry, drive through Chicago. I usually drive down through Michigan, Ohio, Kentucky, and then what's below Kentucky? Tennessee,
yeah.
Tennessee, and then Georgia. And then I go back through North South Carolina, West Virginia, and then I think Pittsburgh's Pennsylvania is above West Virginia, I think. And then New York.
My first marriage was to someone who lived in Erie, Pennsylvania, just south of Buffalo.
Yep.
And
tax-free state.
That's right. There would be the busloads that would come on Saturday to shop at the mall because the clothing, especially, is tax-free. And I think I think clothing is taxed in New York State, but not in Pennsylvania. And we once, for Atlanta to Erie, you could go up through Columbus, Ohio, or you could go through West Virginia, Pittsburgh. And we once, this is pre-Google Maps, right? We did the mileage estimate using AAA, and it was only 4 or 5 miles different no matter which way you went. So we're okay, the mileage is the same pretty much.
Yeah, and for me, it's just because I'm going to Atlanta, going through Buffalo adds an extra hour because I'm going east to go to Buffalo to go to Niagara Falls and then going back west. Whereas going through Detroit, I'm going basically west all the way and then straight down almost.
Yeah. 75 straight shot. Yeah.
Yeah. So, I mean, to answer that question.
The other issue that we ran into is that when you go through the West Virginia route and you take 79 and you go through Pittsburgh, it's hilly. So it's hard to maintain 75 mile speed, and you'll be hauling a trailer. So there's the up and down aspect of going through.
I want to get rid of this on here. I'm not putting it full screen, but I've literally said, 6 a.m. drive to first stop, get gas, drive. So I figure out how much time it is between each destination, stopping every couple hours to get gas and stop for stuff. So anyway, sorry, I pulled that up. I didn't want to leave it up because, people don't need to know what hotel I'm staying at.
But when I flew back from Puerto Rico, I was I was in the window seat, which is nice, extra leg room, but with a couple who were also there for the same political science meeting that I flew for, and they were telling me that they had put together their itinerary, and then just for interest, they asked ChatGPT to plan a 3-day trip and see what it suggested, and they said it actually gave them 2 items that they didn't have on their agenda that they adopted, but it also gave them 2 restaurants that had closed. So they were like, you can't totally rely on it, but it can be useful.
I played with one that we have at work yesterday, and because I was trying to, I wanted to look at the forecast for February 4th, which is 13 days away, and I know the forecast is not going to be accurate, but I wanted to kind of see what the temperatures were and stuff like that from Toronto or from Peterborough to Cincinnati, where I'm stopping for the first day. And I just started playing with it. I'm like, okay, give me the forecast for Peterborough. Okay, now add this city. Okay, add this city. Okay, convert it to Celsius or only show Celsius. Put it into a chart, and it did it. I was like, okay, this is kind of fun. But yeah, it's still in the rudimentary state. It's still Googling stuff. It's getting data sources it was getting stuff from the U.S. Weather Service and the one that we use here, the Weather Network here in Canada. So it was unfortunately, nothing's standardized. Like the way, like we talk about wind chill, and you guys don't. You guys have probably different wording for it or whatever, or it's listed
On a lot of
as
forecasts, it'll just say
feels like.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, but yeah. Just saying that's sad because train shows inspire our layouts, and we show at them too. Some model train guys came over to the Lego hobby. Yeah, and I mean, it's Lego's not saying you can't do train shows. I think they just want you to have a Lego show for your lug, so that it is a Lego only show. Like obviously they will say, like you said, there was three or four different categories for what type of shows you did.
Yep.
Yeah. Huh? Okay, here we go again. Oh, he's in a different location. I thought you had to go somewhere.
Apparently,
Hello.
eat
Hi.
something.
What's going on? You're back. Did you do what you needed to do already?
Wait. Okay. I'm in my headphones right now. Okay. Yeah, I was supposed to pick up my daughter,
Yeah.
but apparently she wasn't feeling well, so she called up her mom, and mom went and picked her up. So
Oh, early. So you're back.
yeah,
So
I'm
we
back.
can't.
Yeah,
say
I
bad-
got me a bowl of grapes, and I'm back.
There you go. Grapes. Go figure. We'll leave it at this one then. In case grape juice fries the system or something.
But yeah, I'm in a different, like you see, I'm in a different part of the basement. I'm actually at my work desk,
Yeah.
and I used to stream from my work desk, but it used to be in. Wait, no, the other way
It's
around.
dramatically less.
That
echoey.
corner over there. It used to
Okay.
be in that corner,
It used to be darker too.
and facing that way,
Yeah. Okay.
and you could usually see my daughter's
Yeah. Room. Yeah.
room, but the door has moved.
Yeah.
So because
Cool.
we did
'Cause you
add
could.
a walk-in closet to my daughter's
Yeah.
bedroom, so
Yeah.
we had to move the doorway actually. So
Yeah.
So now, and over here in this corner, there used to be a fireplace, but we never used it since I bought the place in 2008.
Was it just like a gas fireplace or?
It was
Like a wood burning, or?
a wood burning stove,
Okay.
and it wasn't in great shape when I bought the house.
Yeah.
We kind of removed it, but we didn't take off the chimney and stuff like that. So
Chimney.
when
Yeah.
the chimney, the how you call it? Oh,
I have an actual fireplace in my house, like chimney and everything. And in order to actually use it legally, or not legally, but insurance wise, I had to get the thing inspected. And I've never bothered because like I don't need to have a wood burning fireplace in my house. So I've just, it's there. It's never been used. At some point, I could put in a gas insert because technically, like the gas line is like right. It's actually the chimney's on this wall behind me. Technically, the gas line.
yeah, I took the opportunity to have it all. The stove is gone.
Yeah.
The chimney is gone too. I'm remove everything. Like you said, insurance wise, they were always asking, well, is it plugged in? Like the last time I got insured, my insurer actually asked to send in pictures of the fireplace not being connected, so
Okay.
I could prove that I'm.
Well, because then they could say if your place burnt down, well, you showed us it wasn't connected, so
Yeah.
we're not covering you for anything.
Yeah. So yeah, and so now it's all removed. That's why I moved my office over here.
Yeah.
And in that corner over there, we're gonna put like a sofa or something to watch TV, so my kids can.
I just realized when I did that image, I should have, instead of putting the set there, I should have put those, or the TV lines, the stripes when your TV
Yeah.
have problems. We'll be right back. Anyways, so yeah. Quickly, I'm going to show what I did this week, since last week. Quickly, because we're already
Because you're
5
building,
minutes in.
we're not, but
Well, I'm show prepping. Anyways, let's go this way. So I continued working on the farm. I got that all finished. So basically now this, well, actually, I think I have a picture. Yeah, everything is like this is one plate that's now in a box. So I don't have to set up all this stuff. I might have to remove the pigs because they're just
This is
loosely on
cool.
there. But the fence line is actually locked in now. So and all those parts are all decorated. So hopefully it's just plop and drop for the most part. And I didn't get all the figures on here that were originally on here. I figure once I do that show and there's extra figures on these pieces, I'll just leave them on, type thing. So I've got the goats and the pigs, and that was, and then the sheep were added in. Same thing.
Oh, speaking of goats, did you guys see that the goats are available in the lug bulk this year?
I have heard the rumor. Yes, I have. Yeah,
Yes.
I'm not participating in lug bulk, but the Tora Lug has a Discord channel where they're talking about all the lug bulk stuff. So even though I'm not involved, I'm figuring out what they're looking to order, like because they're putting their list together too. Right.
Because the gray goats are in the lug
Yeah.
bulk this year. So
The gray goat, but the gray goat,
the gray goat, yeah.
the gray goat is the one that's available on Bricks and Pieces as well. So it's not, you're getting it for a lot cheaper. Most likely, we don't talk about the prices. But anyways, so all those modules fit into these computer boxes, these monitor boxes, all these things that I have, and it's just easier to carry now. They take up more space because of this, but it'll save us time. I did build Blacktron because it's right here.
I want my renegade.
Sorry. Oh, you haven't
I
gotten
want
it yet.
my-
That's right.
No.
Sorry. Anyways, built that. Then I started. Then I started the next castle project, which is kind of right beside me, and then I had to stop because I didn't have the parts. They'll be here on Friday. But we've always talked about maybe putting vines on some of the walls, like putting some green stuff going up the
I
walls.
heard it through the
So
grapevine.
I started with the whips on the bottom, just kind of make it look like they were coming from somewhere. And then I started doing this technique. So just that brick
Ivy.
with a pin,
Nice.
and a leaf, and then that guy. But this thing is what I kind of love doing. Matt, and well, you guys both watched the Old Gray Bricks, so you both know what it is. But I don't know where the part is. This is the sprue from the pumpkin patch, or the pumpkin patch. Sorry,
Are you
This is the-
serious?
this is the sprue from. I'm just going back a few pictures.
The 3-leaf broad.
Yeah, from these guys here. So I kept all the sprues. For some reason, I'm weird. It makes sense. I guess I kept all the sprues, and I basically just cut them off, and then now it's a vine. I'm going to put more leaves going up here, and I'll probably branch a few of them off. I ordered 120 bricks, and I was out of the 1x2 bricks with the stud on the side, and I was out of these bright green leaves. Because I used them all in the farm area. So yeah, but that's my idea, or that's
How do you tie up the sprues to the rest of the build?
they're just held between the leaf, the green leaf, and the gray, the both green leaves. They're kind of just pinched between.
Oh, cool.
Because this one just pushes in, so like this leaf here is holding it between.
Oh, cool.
And I don't know how well this will travel. I'm only going to do this one wall, and then I'm going to build a little cart with a bunch of weeds in it, and have some guy like starting to climb up there to go cut them all down. And this wall kind of sits behind the farm. And this is the first wall that has the cliff face. And I was thinking, well, that kind of makes sense where, it's harder to get to, so the weeds can grow easier. So like most of the other walls, I don't think any of the other walls will be vined yet this in Atlanta, but possibly in the future. So yeah, that's the plan there. And then I started trying to build something, which by this picture I had sent it to the Canadian Brick Builders, and it was figured out. I was trying to build a bigger 1.5 scale Batrax. Yes, Mr. Sensier figured it out. So I have actually gotten, this is basically 1.5 times bigger, because that seems to be what Lego's doing, is they're taking all those ships and doing 1.5 times bigger. So I built this base, and this is just the Renegade's cockpit. But at this point, I kind of hit a stumbling block, and there gave it away. And I was thinking, I didn't like the wheels that were available that I could put on here. I didn't really look at the wheels, I'll be honest. But I went to bed after building this one. I went to bed and I was laying in bed and I was thinking about Lego because who doesn't? And I was like, wait a moment, it's a Bat Tracks. It's got tracks in the name, so it should have tread. It should have tracks on it. And bat for battle. I don't know. I haven't figured that part out really yet. So I was like, you know what? The next morning I started playing with the track elements, built this one, and I find, I don't know, these small gear wheels and the tread links as well. I find them very clunky. They don't flow nicely. It's not like a wheel just rolls. They like clunk 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 clunk, which I guess is probably part of the point because it moves slow and that's what it would do. But I didn't like the design, so I started playing. Oh, and there's Batrox. I started playing with some other ideas. I did put a wheel, like they just slide; they don't really spin. So I did put a wheel in here to drive it, so it would move a little bit better if you did push it along. And then I started playing with another design. This is actually from one of the Purple Technic cars. I think it was like an exclusive vehicle or something. Like this front part at least was from that. And then I kind of redesigned this wheel originally, and that model was up here, and this one was back here. So I kind of redesigned it to make it look more like what I wanted. But I basically, Cowdice was asking about in Cowdice's video. Hi, I don't know why you're waving at me. In Cowdice's video,
I'm making a wave to David Cowdice.
yeah, he pulled out in one of his videos. He pulled out the Brickfest 2024 model, and I quickly ran to take a picture of it and send it to him in our chat to say, yeah, that was from where that was. I also got my Lego order in, which was just a bunch of the parts that were discontinued or to be discontinued. But anyways, yeah. So back to the Batrax. So I switched over to that wheel system. I didn't like it because this wedge actually sticks underneath the track, so I didn't like that. I needed to widen it a bit, but it looks fairly cool.
Looks definitely cool.
And then I started playing with actual cockpits. I've got this one here, which is meh. I don't like it as much. Just a design, like obviously I wanted a couple of people in this one. I'm going to keep it because I'm going to probably try and build something with it. And then I added yellow as well to kind of match the other one. I do kind of like the yellow in the cockpit on the Renegade.
Really?
Yeah, only because the yellow to me brings out the cockpit more. It makes it more visual.
Nah.
I can understand everybody wanting to go with the black, but I think it actually highlights what's in it more. If it's all black, it's harder to see the guys and things like that.
Yeah.
Personal opinion. I did also, and Dave, you might want to do this when you get it. I did also follow what Ark did in Caleb, and he basically just raised the back guy up a plate, so that so if you raise him up a plate, he actually still fits in the canopy. So I did do that.
That makes sense.
Yeah, because they didn't do that in there, and then you raise the controls a bit plate as well. But anyways, then I tried just sticking that piece on the.
But
front.
you didn't add the wolf and the sharks and.
No, Angus McLean. No, I just started following Angus McLean.
Those are hilarious. I watched them after watching Old Gray Bricks. I went ahead and on Instagram and I watched them all, and those are hilarious. I mean,
yeah, I have to say I haven't seen them all. I found out that he was on Instagram because I think someone else had posted it previously. So I started following him, and the first thing I saw was him putting the animals on this, and I'm like, "What the hell is he doing?" So I wasn't following it as well.
And he makes that voice that he's so serious, like Batman voice. But
yeah. So yeah, that's as far as I've gotten. I mean, Batrax right now, like with that.
And the other videos he made about the with the little figures, the smallest, the like the
micro.
Oh,
the micro figures.
Okay, yeah.
He did a few videos. He made a small Batmobile, and he made I think the Boba Fett Slave One ship. And
figures.
Hat of the day.
Yeah, just
and he's making all these Cat's broken dream.
Yeah, so Angus MacLean. If you don't know Angus, he has been in the Lego community for a very long time. He was also one of the directors for Buzz or for Lightyear, the Lightyear movie. And unfortunately, after Lightyear didn't do so well, he kind of left the company or got let go from Pixar. As far as I know, that's the current state. But yeah, he's amazing builder. He's why the Lightyear ships are the way they are. The Lightyear set was the spaceship was the way it is. The XL-15 because of him, because he did a lot of the building for it or did a lot of the prototyping. But he's actually a really cool builder, regardless. But yeah, I haven't had a chance to look at all of these.
So the quick and dirty story on that is
these guys.
he helped write the Lightyear movie, and he used his Lego to create the shape and told the animators, I want it to look like this. So it was a Lego that got turned into a drawing, and the drawing then got turned into a Lego set. So it's pretty cool.
Yeah. And there is I'm looking for the book. There is a Buzz Lightyear book, and I have it somewhere, or Lightyear book for the movie, and they actually show a lot of the models that he was building and stuff. I actually want to get back to building those. I built the Lightyear rovers, the vehicles, and I always wanted to get back to building the ships, and I never have. And maybe that's something I should work on. But guess what time it is? At 46 minutes in, this is like a late one, but it's news time.
It's the news.
We're going to jump right in. And the news this week also has a Canadian connection, and we will get to that shortly. In fact, a Toronto connection even. First of all, a bunch of Lego Ideas items. The Jellyfish collection has achieved 10,000 supporters. I think this one's awesome. Just because they're jellyfish, and jellyfish are cool. Just don't touch them. This is built by Leon Awesome. Look, even his name is awesome. Go figure. Build features 6 different types of jellyfish species. And it joins the list of other ones. Not very many pictures of this because jellyfish are see-through. You can kind of see what's going on. Next up, we have a browser that doesn't want to close. There we go. The No Linear Boeing 737. I've never heard of No Linear as a brand. But a Boeing 737 with all its doors. This is designed by Design and Create. Oh, that's weird. I didn't realize that was the guy's username. I was like, this is just bad English. It's the latest project to achieve 10K. Build features a passenger plane that also has fully functional flaps and undercarriage, and will not fly, for the record. But this reminds me a lot of Callum's design. It's not the same, obviously, but Callum is part of the Torlug group. This is not the Canadian connection, but he is part of the Torlug group, and he builds planes as well. So, anyways, I don't know that this one will make it in. I mean, we've had a Concorde, we've had an A3 something, 320. Trying to think what the other airplane we had from Lego years ago. So it's possible this gets put in, but I mean, obviously this is all stickered or striped, so they'd have to figure that stuff out. But still a cool design. Next up, we have the Portal 2 core replacement station.
Okay, I don't know anything about that game, but that looks cool.
It does look cool. I agree. This is by Old School Boy. It's 995 pieces, so it's a pretty small model. Build features a console with Wheatley in the middle, which can also be swapped out with the Potatoes. The only Portal I've ever played was in Lego Dimensions, so that's my experience with Portal. I know this is the robot, the one of the main characters in Portal, or one of the main bots, or whatever you want to call it. I don't know. There's the potato thing. Okay.
Potato.
So, yeah. I guess you have to know the games really well, and unfortunately, it sounds like none of us do. But I do feel like French fries now. All right, next up.
I know potatoes really well.
Ancient Roman Temple has achieved 10K. This is by HP Brickster. It's 2,700 piece build, features your typical Roman temple in this minifig scale. I am so surprised that Lego hasn't built Roman temples yet. Like, what? I mean, the only thing they've ever built was an Atlantis. One of the Atlantis sets was a temple underwater, or like a ruins of a temple. Like they have all the pieces to build Roman temples. Why have they never done it?
Don't know.
Anyway,
But
They're worried about
in all seriousness, it looks like a pretty boring build.
oh,
Except from the roof part. I mean, it's pretty much
it's yeah.
bricks on bricks.
I can see that. Not a lot of people would probably buy a temple. The reason why people would buy the temple was to get the Roman soldiers.
There's a whole line called architecture, and it sells well.
Yeah, but it's not full. It's not minifig scale.
Throw a few rockets on there, and you can whoosh it. I mean, come on.
Actually, all these are all. This is actually a missile style.
I'm swooshing my Roman temple.
These are all missiles, actually. That's what all the columns are.
Do you have to swoosh it in Latin?
Watch
It's a
parts fall off.
spaceship.
It's an
geez.
English spaceship.
Wait a minute. Notre Dame is in France.
It's French. It's in
French,
Paris.
oh.
Yeah.
Well, it was sideways, so how can I tell?
All right.
All right. We'll let that one go. Lego ideas. The holiday Rose Hill Cottage achieves 10K.
The
A
what?
little late for Christmas ones, but okay.
Well, by the
This is
time
by
it comes out, it could be ready for next Christmas.
this is true. Well, this is true.
What-
This is by Martin
I
Studio.
have a question.
Yeah. Yes.
What is that?
It's a cottage.
Yeah, but is it a famous cottage? I mean,
You know, the build features two-story cottage from the holiday Christmas movie and includes minifigures of Iris, Adam, Graham, and Miles. I'm assuming there's a Rose Hill Cottage is the name of a Christmas movie. Maybe the holiday Rose Hill Cottage. I've never seen it. I don't know if anybody in our chat's ever seen it. All 6 of you, if you've seen this movie, let us know because I don't know. Oh wait, we should say that. Comment below. Anyways, no.
like and subscribe.
Like and subscribe. So there is an interior on this one as well. There's some kind of plaque here. I'm not going to fall in love with you, I promise. Oh, maybe it's a Hallmark movie. But
Jesus.
anyways, I don't
Are
know.
we making sense out of Hallmark movies
No,
now?
I don't think it is. I'm being sarcastic.
Really?
I'm being sarcastic. But they could just give you a box of brick and just say this is a Hallmark movie set, and you can just build whatever because there's so many different ones. Not that I know. Okay, Canadian link, Canadian thing, not the Gilmore Girls, not Stars Hollow, but okay. Number one, Gilmore Girls Stars Hollow. It's about frickin' time. I have watched the movie or the show numerous times, and I do enjoy it. I haven't watched it since I've been divorced, but that's because my ex used to watch it, and I just haven't. But I do love the show. Don't get me wrong.
TMI.
But this is by Canadian-owned, Toronto-owned Brick and Nick, also from Lego Masters. So he's been. This came up, I think, about a month ago, 2 months ago on Lego Ideas.
Yeah.
And it hit 10,000 fairly quickly,
Yeah.
considering.
Yeah, but because there's a lot of fans of the show,
for sure.
but
And
I mean, are these fans going to buy this sets?
why not? I mean, BTS
Uh,
fans probably bought the BTS set.
Yeah, because they
Okay,
wanted
that's
the
a bad
figures.
example. That's a bad example, but you know what I'm saying. Like, obviously, yes, I think people that are like Gilmore Girls will buy this.
No.
Netflix did put out a continuing story of Gilmore Girls a few years back.
Yeah,
during
but
COVID, so.
it didn't
Okay.
end
you know,
well. First of all, it wasn't that good and didn't
Oh,
end
so you
well.
have seen it.
Well, like I
Ooh.
said, I used to watch the show with my
Yeah, yeah.
wife, and I did like the show, but do I think that because people were watching Gilmore Girls probably were mostly women or husbands of wives that were watching the show, are they gonna put down that? Because I'm thinking that 10,000. How many pieces
There's
are
a lot.
in there? So
It doesn't actually say. The whole build features the functional.
because it looks like
Stars
a
Hollow,
pretty
fictional.
piece extensive set.
Yeah,
So
they're pretty narrow buildings. So I would guess about 1,500. I don't know, like
So you're talking
You
about a
asked me-
$200 set, probably.
yeah.
Are you gonna really put down $200?
Are you
Or-
really going to put down the show? Huh? Are you? Huh? No. Anyway,
I'm not putting down the show. I like the show. I used to watch the show, but
okay. If this became a set, would you buy this?
no,
Would you buy it for your wife?
no,
You meanie.
Would your wife buy it for you, thinking that you liked it?
no,
Would your wife buy it for herself?
no.
So
Okay,
I will
well-
say I will say this about TV show sets is that they're unpredictable. I mean, the
Yeah.
Friends set sold really well, and the
Fun.
Big Bang
Those are
Theory
cheap.
set has
Yeah.
sold pretty well. But then the Adventure Time has done terrible.
But I mean, Adventure Time is like a
Niche.
different. Yeah.
It's definitely a niche set.
Yeah.
But
Seinfeld. I don't know.
And,
if Seinfeld
The Office set didn't do that well.
Oh, it
either.
didn't. I figured The
Nope.
Office would have. And I mean, the last one, the Queer Eye. I know that set didn't do well just because they
Not
put it
so
on discount pretty
yeah.
quick. But I haven't seen the Office set on discount really.
No,
I've seen
but
Markdown.
it wasn't. It didn't fly off the shelves either. So
Okay. All right. So anyway, the build features Stars Hollow, the fictional town. Includes Lorelei's house, Luke's diner, the town sign, and the gazebo. I don't know if Kirk is in here, but if Kirk is in here, then he's. Oh wait, has Kirk ever been
Captain-
Guardians of the? Because Kirk is one of the guys from Guardians of the Galaxy movies.
yes,
Because he's what's his name's brother. I can't think of the guy who directed Guardians of the Galaxy right now. But he's the brother of that guy. But I don't think he's ever had a figure in that. So I was gonna say it'll be the second time a Kirk figure is available, but maybe not. I'll shut up. I'm assuming he's in here, but anyway. So yeah, picture of Lorelei's house. The figures, hard to tell which one would be Kirk. I don't know that Kirk is in there. Maybe
no, I
not.
don't think he's in there.
All right.
Where is Spock?
Where's what?
Where's Spock? I want Spock.
All right, we don't have Star Trek news this week, but we do have birthday celebrations. The Brick Fan celebrates 13 years online this year, or this month.
Really? Wow.
Yeah, the Brick Fan was started 13 years ago. They don't give us an exact date, probably on the 19th of January. But happy birthday to the Brick Fan. And guess what? Brick Link is 25 years old this year,
Holy cow.
which is kind of crazy. Yeah. We're old. So they've got a new logo for Bricklink to celebrate the 25th year to pay homage to the original one, which had the parrots on it. So they're adding a parrot here with the blue and green hat. So yeah, thought that was interesting. Speaking of Bricklink, the Bricklink Designer Program Series 7 submissions are now being accepted. So if you want to possibly make like $500,000 on an expensive set that you design and they choose and then sells out, because that's kind of what you could make. Canadian, for the record, because that's what I did the calculations on. You have until
How much
the
did
end
you
of the
say,
month.
Jeff?
500. So a few of the sets that sold out, the designer got about 500K out of it.
Holy
Wow.
cow. I need to start doing that.
Yeah, but I mean, it has to be selected. So you got to put the time in. It has to be selected. All that stuff, right?
Oh, easy peasy.
Oh yeah, for sure. Anyways, you have till the end of the month to submit designs. The fan vote will be in February, and the final 5 designs will be announced in March, and probably available sometime in 2026 or 7 to purchase. Speaking of which, the day I leave, Tuesday, the 4th, the current series of designer program sets are going to go on sale. So I won't be able to track those, unfortunately, because I'm going to be driving. Coincidentally, last year on that same day that I was driving to Atlanta, they went on sale. So it just seems to be a trend. Okay, Lego.
They personally
Sorry?
do that to make your life miserable.
Yeah, well, for sure. I don't want to buy any of them. I saw like we looked at them a few weeks ago, and they were like meh.
Yeah.
But Lego Valentine's Day Heart Make and Take event is happening at stores on Sunday, February 9th from 12 till 2. Coincidentally, that is the same weekend as Atlanta BrickCon. and actually the same day as the Super Bowl. I think February 9th is the Super Bowl because it happens
Superb-
on that.
The Superb Owl.
Is the Furb Owl? What?
Superb Owl.
Oh, the Superb Owl. Okay. The Super Bowl. Gotcha. So, I mean, if you can't make it to a Lego store and you don't care about the Super Bowl, go to Atlanta BrickCon. There you go. All right. I don't know if you guys remember this set of like back last year sometime. There was an 8-in-1 Brickhead set for Batman.
Batman.
Lego just made the instructions available on their site to download. Previous to this, you had to use the app, the instruction app or whatever, to pull up these instructions. A lot of people complained, and it took a while. But all the models are now available as PDFs on Lego's website. So if you did buy the set and want PDFs of all of them, yeah. And Dave is Batman.
I'm Batman.
All right, we talked about some of the Lego games. Brick Like This is a new game coming out soon. I think sometime this year. It was recently announced, and it has now it's the second one in line with the Monkey Palace game. And someone's taken a picture of the first shot of what it looks like. It looks like it's similar to one of the Creationary type games, but maybe not. It looks like actually. Let me just. Oh yeah, we can expand. Oh, here we go. You got number of cards. You got a pile of bricks, and it looks like you have to build what's on the card, the shape. So maybe you pick up a certain number of pieces based on the card you play, and then you can build something, or the card is associated. I see 5 and 5 and 5 and 5 and 6, and so I don't know how it works, but looks like it's a build this shape on the card type of game. That's the technical term for what it is.
Build this shape.
Yeah. All right. We announced this was announced months ago or a couple of weeks ago already, but the official pictures are now available on Lego's website for the Lilo Stitch and the Disney dress sets. So if you want better quality pictures, these are available March 1st. For the dresses, we have the Maleficent and Cruella de Vil's dress at $69.99 Canadian US. Sorry. So there's a couple of better shots of those. And then there's Cinderella's dress at $39.99 with the Cinderella mini doll and the Cruella and yeah, I forget her name already. That's okay. Mini dolls. We also have Lilo Stitch's Beach House at $89.99 US. And that's apparent. Oh no, there is more pictures here. You know, I don't know why this comes up on. I have seen this on so many of our chats, and I have never searched for this particular product. I have no idea.
They're made in Canada.
Well, maybe they are, and they're built forever. But, anyways, I've noticed that like every single time. I'm like, why is this coming up? Anyways, so here's the Stitch house, or Lilo's house. So yeah, I mean, this one looks kind of cool. I'm not really into the dress sets, obviously. Well, not obviously, but I'm not into them. Not something I collect. But this one I could see maybe.
I don't see why Lego made these.
Yeah. Well, I mean, Lilo and Stitch, I can get. I think there's a.
Yeah, Lilo and Stitch is a great set. I think it's gonna.
Yeah, I mean, there's a live action movie coming out this year, I believe, for that too. But yeah, the dresses, yeah, I don't really get it. I guess they're just trying new things because it's hard to create. Like, do we want to build another Disney castle or another Cinderella Disney?
But after it's built, what do you do with it? I mean,
well, it's on display.
Display it and.
Well, you know, someone's going to basically build figures to actually fit into these dresses at some point. Like someone's going to do that, but yeah, I don't know. All right, and the big sparkly news for this week, which actually came out January 16th, which means tomorrow, which is the day after our chat, which means tomorrow there'll be another announcement probably because that's just the way it works. Lego Ideas, the Colin House officially announced. This is an idea set releasing February 4th, the same day I'm driving to Atlanta BrickCon. The set has 2,001 pieces and will retail for $219.99 US. It's available for pre-order today. Well, when this article came out on the 16th.
Pre-order yours today.
No gift for purchases are given out when you do pre-orders, though. Just for the record. So it does have 3 levels, and you can remove the floors to access the lower levels or to access each of the levels. There's not any new parts in this set, but they did create a lot of the dark orange new pieces, some of the windows and stuff, and bricks that they needed for the set. So there are a lot of recolors. This to me, and we had this argument or this conversation on Old Grey Bricks as well. I was hoping that they would release a wolf, like an actual wolf figure, with this set, and obviously they haven't. They have a brick built wolf, and I do get it. It's a brick built wolf because they are bigger in the movie. But I do recall, I thought there was a scene in the movie, and it's been a very long time since I saw it. I thought there was a scene in the movie where the main female character, Bella, where she got attacked by a pack of wolves, or the pack of wolves were chasing her, and then the werewolves come and scare them away. So I thought, hey, that's maybe a perfect opportunity. Again, I haven't watched the movie in a long time. I might be way out there in left field. Who knows? But I was hoping for another color wolf to maybe come in this set, just because then people will be excited for it, and that would have got them probably to sell a few more. Not saying that they won't sell these, because another, do you think this set will sell to the Twilight fans? After your Gilmore Girl comments, boys?
Well, yes,
Twilight-
because it's Twilight. It appeals to a younger crowd than Gilmore Girls, I think. So they might be more into Lego, and because the people who watch Twilight are the millennials that are buying Lego sets right now. So
this is true, and Gilmore Girls was out at the same time. But anyway,
yeah, but
anybody that
Gilmore
disagrees
Girls
with
was
these
more
guys-
of an adult thing than a young thing. So
yeah, anybody that disagrees with
but
these two,
I gotta say that I love that pickup truck.
yeah, the pickup truck's pretty cool. Yeah, and yeah, as I mentioned, I don't know if they're actually showing a picture of this. Edward, the main character, his face is double-sided. So here is just a regular face, and then hopefully they show us a picture of it. You can spin his head around. There's the pickup truck.
Ooh, nice pickup truck.
They're showing us the figures. Gold eyes. So yeah, here you can see the little dots on his face. So that, like, I guess when they're in the sunlight, they shimmer. So these vampires can be in the sunlight.
It's just wrong. It's wrong.
So anyway, and there's the wolf. They do have a new print on the eye here for the wolf, which is the same print on both sides, just rotated 90 degrees. The wolf doesn't look too bad.
No, I think it looks good.
For a brick build, it actually looks darn good. I would say.
Yeah. So yeah. All right, last up.
But he doesn't look mean at all. He looks like a big cuddly wolf.
Yeah, I agree. A big, yeah. Considering the size of the minifigs, and it's probably 2 scale to those minifigs. I'm not sure, but all right. So New Elementary did a couple of reviews on some parts or on some sets. This is the Friends sets that were released in January. There are some new parts in here. Well, there's some parts in here that have been in multiple sets. I mean, I see the dumpling here, which is in a bunch of the Chinese or the Chinese New Year sets as well. There is a new color of
Cupcakes.
Of cupcake piece, or if they're brown, the poops. Some decorated elements. So they're going set by set. So we'll just quickly scroll through. This is a 4+ set. That's why it's got the large car base. 6+ set, recolor of the dome in bright pink. And one with a face that's got stickers. Other elements of interest. Then there's the ice cream truck. Heart Lake City candy store. Candy. So we have the new domes here. which are 1x1 rounds. They just don't have that pip that they used to have. So these are kind of interesting. They do fit in the 1x3 arch. Oh, well, here we go. Just scroll down next time, Jeff, because guess what? They have that. There you go. They fit in the one. Everything I was saying is already documented here. Mental note, and probably read these before I start scrolling through them. Recolors of some parts, printed elements. There's a new kitty cat, Pluto. Stickers, figures. All right, other elements of interest. Dark pink corner door frame. I say that just to get Matt's attention for 2 seconds, but he already knows probably. Because Matt likes collecting all those parts.
Yes, he does.
Candy store. Yeah, we don't care about the actual set. We just like the parts. I just like the parts. I don't. Anyway, the dumpling, which is the first time I've actually seen the underside of the dumpling, so it's interesting that it's almost completely hollowed out. I guess that makes sense, but same on plastic. There's also a ball of yarn piece now, which actually has a Technic axle element in it. This one actually looks like it could maybe fit an axle as well. Don't know why you want to put a dumpling on the end of an axle or a ball of yarn, but why not? There's also a tiny chef's hat to go on to some of the animals, and the baby. I think there's a baby now too. New art, or one of the newer arches in butter yellow, bright light yellow. 2x6 reddish orange tiles. Interesting. Have we ever had croissant in tan?
Croissant.
That's a new recolor. A tan croissant.
Croissant.
Interesting. Chonky cat.
Chonky cat.
Chonky cat.
Mini dolls. Other elements of interest. Yeah. Scrolling through the set. Oh, and this is actually a fun set because this one has on the top, and I've mentioned this before. It's got a little storage compartment where all the different food elements are in it, and all the different.
Cool. That's a good idea.
I think it's a great idea because this will get kids playing for hours or at least minutes. So awesome with that one. The beekeeper house. We have the new sunflower element, another color of yarn.
Sunflower.
We have new windows in lavender and brackets.
Those are on the bulk list too.
We have dark orange 3x3 plates, dark pink 2x3 plate, and then the bright light yellow inverted tile, 3 long. Ooh, the plant in lime. That's lime? That doesn't look like
that's lime.
It looks like bright green to me, but that's just my eyes. Printed.
No, it's the pictures. Like New Elementary needs better lighting when they're taking pictures because
a bunch of
their pictures are terrible.
A bunch of the different bug prints. I guess the ladybug is a newer one. And the bee, actually, both of these are newer. They're more realistic looking than these guys. Although I love that, I still love this ladybug with the eyes. All right, some stickers, mini dolls. Other interesting elements: 1x3x3 window, and a lavender window as well. The door. I built the Dungeons and Dragons set. I was surprised by how many of this door actually came in that set. Also realizing I need to buy more of these doors because they're good doors. A bunch of the flower elements in this set. Finished model. Some of the designs. All right. Is that it? That's it for that one. All right. Lastly, we have the Mado with Z-Bomb action race car. This is the one with the trans clear windows, or trans clear wheels. Sorry, trans green wheels. Which is kind of weird because it doesn't look transparent here, and this also comes with the brain piece.
Brains.
So they've done a breakdown on the brains size. It comes with these curvable, flexible bars, which do flex in multiple different directions. It comes with the new Z-Blob figure, and just an example of some of the Z-Blobs from past. An exhaust smoke and trans green. Lots of trans green in here. I'm assuming these are trans green and trans bright green. And then the recolors. So you can see an opacity to these wheels, which again, I don't know why they did that.
Oh, those, I was looking at those on the bulk list going because it said they're trans green, and I was like, I've never seen these. So
No,
that's
because they're new. They're just on this set.
it's kind of interesting.
Yeah, agreed. And there's
Yeah,
also
but would you order like 50 of them?
Well, if I used them, it would be like in a space set, and I'd have a tower of them with like lights on the inside. I think
Yeah.
it could look really cool.
I could see that. I mean, hopefully you can just do 25s because I know sometimes the lugs will do that.
Yeah.
But again, I don't think anybody will be choosing this wheel. You'd probably just be better off just going online and ordering it from Bricks and Pieces
Yeah.
because
We actually instituted a lug rule that if you lock it in, you have to commit to ordering 100 or 20 euros worth, so that people aren't just picking something that they only want 25 of to put on the
okay,
inventory.
a quantity of 100 or 20 euros worth of that part.
Yep.
Gotcha. Okay, makes sense. But yeah, there's also the 1x2 curve in bright trans bright green as well, and then this bar piece, which I still don't know if I like this piece. I get the function of it, but it's very limited in its use. I think it's only just for connecting things. Like obviously the, you know,
I don't
very
agree.
prevalent.
I don't agree because
Okay.
it kind of looks cool when for as a decorative part or
Yeah,
if
I
you're
know.
doing
I guess
stock work or
I just haven't seen a use for it yet, or I haven't found a good use for it yet. Other than
Wouldn't it be useful in like plant support, maybe?
Yeah.
yeah, I could see that. Yeah, you could have plants coming off. Okay, fair enough.
or
I would
if
like
you're building like trees, you could attach um, um, branches to your
branches. Yeah,
if you're doing like if that's the trunk, you can actually
yeah.
attach branches or leaves to that. And
I wouldn't mind seeing a sister part to this that has two clips and a 1x1 stud in the middle. So you could clip this to, well, you could basically build a chain of these parts.
Mm.
I don't know if that would be something that would be useful for anything, but I could see that being kind of an interesting piece. All right, we've talked about those parts too much now. Dark Azure and Medium Azure, that piece again, a Medium Azure. The bright neon yellow color rims to go with those wheels, and then a 1x6 plate. Even this, they kind of look see-through, and it's just that color. It just plays with your eyes. New print of a tile. It's got some guy's face on it, or some kind of face on it.
it's a transformer.
It does look very. I could see that being used in spaceships for some kind of control panel, though. Rare elements, the stud shooter thingies, and the sticker sheets, and then the minifigures.
Pew pew.
Pew pew. And then this one has you can choose what you want to build to an extent. Anyways, all right.
Brains.
That wraps up the multiple news. We never did get Sparky out here, Mr. Cowdice. Sparky.
Ruined the whole show. We wouldn't have had those technical glitches if he'd been here.
No, because he doesn't have control. Only me and Dave do, because I had to cut back on. I think only me and Dave have it now. Because to save like $10 on StreamYard, I cut it back to. I downgraded our package because StreamYard is freaking expensive these days. But anyway. So yeah. So what are your intentions for this week? Dave, are you going to get your Lego room going? You have to empty your storage locker first, I guess, right?
Yeah, the storage locker comes first.
Yeah.
Well, I'm actually multitasking because today was Isaac's birthday.
Oh yes,
so
happy birthday to your son. Yes.
we did go out to the Baton Rouge for celebration. So
Hey, wait.
yeah,
That's already a French name.
yes.
They lucked out there. Anyways, yeah, okay.
So
Did you have
yeah,
some beignets?
no, I had some. I had a New York steak. Yeah,
There you go.
with a baked potato.
Mhm.
So yeah, yeah, multitasking. So it was my son's birthday, and we're celebrating with the extended family this weekend. But I'm also trying to get my daughter's room done so she can move out of Isaac room because
Yeah.
right now they're sharing a room upstairs, and I want to invite her back in her room as soon as possible.
Yep,
So
makes sense.
yeah, I just did a bunch of orders on Amazon for closet stuff
Yeah.
and
Yeah.
storage and
So you're probably a couple of weeks before you can start the Lego room, probably.
yeah, but I did went ahead and I did order my sit and standing desk, my
Yeah.
electric
Okay.
desk. I did because people might not know, but we discussed this in our chat, in our private chat. I was asking because I was considering custom building a work desk for my Lego room, but then I saw that the prices of the electrics adjustable desk were like way cheaper. They were actually cheaper than ordering a desktop uh,
Hmm.
for my Lego room. So I said,
Interesting.
well, I'm gonna buy the whole desk and see what happens.
Yeah.
So yeah, I'm gonna try the adjustable thing, see if it works out.
Yeah. Yeah, that'll be
And
interesting.
so I did order that. So that's coming probably I think next week, coming in
Okay.
next week. And yeah, but yeah, the priority right now is to empty out the storage units because my insurance told me that they're gonna pay for this month and that's about it. I reached the maximum amount that they allow. So
Well, I mean, fair enough. Your room is done now, so
yep.
Makes
Yeah,
sense.
but I have until January 31st to empty out the locker.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
that
So,
doesn't leave a lot of
yeah.
days left.
Matt, have you got any building still to do for Atlanta BrickCon?
Not for Atlantic BrickCon. I'm not actually taking a huge amount. I'm not going to set up the mosaic. I'll probably do it in a year from now, and then it'll probably go up on the wall.
Okay.
But I actually have a tweak, which is I went to Puerto Rico and I did a Puerto Rico street, and that street has been in a box for 2 years. And I'm pulling that out, and I think I'm going to add some more buildings to that. I was kind of inspired by being down there and seeing all the colors, and took lots of pictures. And as Jeff commented, all the buildings are just right in Lego shades. Like you didn't have to do any, didn't require any imagination to go, okay, that one would be, sand blue, and that one would be. So it kind of got me excited, and I think I might do that. But the biggest thing I have to do is uncover the bed in the guest room for Steve Paluda has a place to sleep.
Yeah,
it's
because that's because
that's coming up soon. And that the bed is where I set the Lego projects that I haven't finished or don't know what I'm going to do, or stuff that needs to be sorted. It just gets set in that on that bed, and that works. That works 50 of the 52 weeks of the year. But
well, it's that room's right beside your Lego room, so that makes sense.
It's the annex.
Yeah, I actually finally booked my hotels for my drive down, my drive back, and for the following week for my niece's wedding in Sudbury, because she's getting married on the 15th of February.
Ooh.
So I come home. I have 2 days at home, and then I drive up to Sudbury for 2 nights in the winter, which is fun because it's a 4-hour drive north. So yeah, I finally got all that stuff booked, and then I got to start figuring out Europe too. But that's a different story.
Well, it's a large country attached to Asia.
Well, it is. Thank you.
It's not a country; it's a continent.
To Europe.
You said country. You said country. It's a continent.
My inner geographer is embarrassed. I said country.
I was asking if anyone's still awake on the chat because the chat's been pretty quiet, and Jeff was like, "I'm busy this week finding my build table to start building my layout space for show." Yeah, I'm going to continue building Blacktron stuff. I'm not taking this with me. This is just kind of building for the fun of it. I did also order the black treads for this guy
Cool.
because I think it will look better with that.
Yeah, get rid of that cockpit. That cockpit doesn't work.
Yeah, I've been playing, and I like the shape of the cockpit, like that glass, but it's just not easy to use. I have a bag of trans yellow canopies that I've been collecting over the years, and the one I really want to use I haven't used for a while, and I still have a couple of them. I actually have 3 in total. I'm just trying to find it here. If all else fails, dump the bag. There it is. Nope, that's not it. High quality production, folks. Did I already have it out and I just didn't realize it? Oh, there it is. I need to redesign the vehicle in order to use this. But these are the canopies. This is the canopy I want to use.
Ooh.
That looks like the front end of the Air popcorn popper I had in the 80s.
Does anybody recognize it? Do either of you recognize where that came from?
No.
This is the Duplo trans yellow canopy that came out of their helicopters and
Are
vehicles
you
years ago.
serious?
And it is very hard. I built a ship years ago. I got 2 ships over there years ago that I built in trans neon green and yellow, trans yellow. And it's a very hard piece to fit in with the older part style.
Okay.
Because this is not system. This whole there. I don't know if you can see it, but there's a
Yeah, I was going to ask, what
stopper.
does the connection point look like?
It's a hinge right here, but
Okay.
this hole is a Duplo hole. It's not a system style hole. So I think I ran like one of those hard hoses through here to get the angle. So I want to revisit this. The problem is it's 8 wide, and this vehicle's this is why I said I had to do a rebuild. The center part of the middle part of this vehicle right now is 6 wide. So I need to drop these arms off the side, which I have no problem doing because I think putting this on here, I think that would just kind of look kind of cool.
No, it wouldn't look like a Batrax.
I'm not trying to build a Batrax. I mean, I do have the connection point on the back, but I don't know. I'm playing with different windscreen designs, okay?
I kind of like the pointy windscreen.
This one, but I don't want to use the same canopy. I don't want to use the smaller canopy. I don't know.
Why?
To me, I don't know. The Batrax, I don't know. Just because, okay? Why is he making fun of me? No. Yeah, I don't know. I will probably eventually get to that, but I've got a bunch of trans yellow canopies, and I don't want to use the same thing over and over again, I guess.
Well, just
Um,
create something new, Blacktron.
I mean, obviously that
Right.
canopy, that longer canopy, is the perfect canopy to do it. Like this guy.
Yes.
But I don't know. I'm kind of using the Batrax as a base design, but it's not going to be the same. Like this vehicle itself could be. I'm trying to get the screen back here. This vehicle itself could have a wagon on the back. I was actually trying to figure out how to change the back end because it's got the same hole as the original, and switch it over to use the clip system to maybe clip on a connection point and clip on another connection point on the back or something. So I don't know. I'm playing with it. I'm thinking about it. I've already got a tracked vehicle instead of a wheeled vehicle, so it's already different enough. But I don't know. And there's a huge empty, like this whole back end is basically dead space. So I want to put some kind of pop-up guns or something on it because they are the bad guys.
Wolves. Sharks.
Yeah. Jeff, I've been super happy finally going through all my previous Lugblock Pab and online Pab purchases from the last year and a half because I can finally put them away. I hear you. Well, I understand. I know you've been collecting. Jeff has a massive collection. I know he's been buying a lot of used stuff over the years, and
like me, he also had water damage, but extensive water damage. So
yeah, lots of pleasant surprises. So many of these are such cool parts. So many. Oh, that's a cool part moments. Gotcha. Yeah. Maybe flip the canopy 180 degrees like the second canopy on the Galaxy Explorer.
Ooh, that's not a bad idea.
Like this way? Is I'm assuming that canopy or this canopy like vertically.
Yes. No,
yeah,
the other way around, like at an angle, but yeah,
it'd probably just be easier. Hold on. Let me just flex. and pull out that canopy because I think I have 5 of them here, maybe 6. Well, when the Benny spaceship, when Bricks and Pieces first started, that was one of the first parts I bought. So like this.
No, the other way around. The connection point is
This.
yeah, definitely. Yeah.
Yeah, I could see that.
Yeah,
Okay.
that would work.
I could see that. The other thing is I'm trying to keep it pretty snug nose because the way these tracks are, right? You can't have that much ground clearance, right? It needs a lot of ground clearance, and when you put this guy on, I mean, if you're coming up to a rock, these tracks are not helping. Right?
Yeah, but you're not coming up to a rock. I mean,
No, true. I also did do the offset wheel on here as well, so that the treads do spin, and offset because of this connection point. So, and it's kind of hidden in the back. But anyway, I will play with that. I will over the next week or so. Like I did previously say, we will have a chat next week, same time, same place, hopefully with less technical issues. The following week, I will try to do the chat. I will be in Atlanta by that time. So I think I'll set up a chat. I'm not sure, Matt, it's like literally the day before setup. I don't know if you'll be available for it. Dave, I don't know if you can help out too, if you're around.
Yeah, I mean,
we'll figure it out.
we can't set up until
10 a.m.
Yeah, so it's not like, and I'm a night owl, so yeah.
Yeah, fair enough. Yeah, and like I said, I'll be there. I should be in town by then, because there's nothing really. I think the first store that I want to get to in Chattanooga, I think there's a Bricks and Minifigs now in Chattanooga, and they open at 10 a.m. So my goal is to be there for 10 a.m. and then the drive from there to Atlanta is pretty, like only 2 or 3 hours.
So you're going Cincinnati to Atlanta in one day? Is that correct?
I'm doing Peterborough to Cincinnati, Peterborough to Northern Tennessee / Cincinnati Airport, or Northern Kentucky. Sorry, Northern Kentucky.
It's Greater Cincinnati. It's okay.
Yeah. It's weird.
It's about 8 hours if I remember from Cincinnati to Atlanta.
Yeah, so that's why I'm doing 8 hours down, and then about 7 hours the next day. So then I'm Kentucky to Atlanta, and on the way back, the current plan is Atlanta to Buckley, West Virginia. Beckley, West Virginia, because literally that's the only city of any size to have hotels. That's about halfway from Atlanta, and then from there either go back through Pittsburgh or go back through Erie, Pennsylvania, up through Columbus and Erie, because literally it's like a 20-minute difference.
Yep.
So I don't know which way I'll end up going, but yeah, 4 days of driving, 3,000 kilometers ish.
I did it. I split it over 3 days.
Yeah, and but probably $1,000 worth of gas.
Yep.
Because of the trailer.
Did you try to map out the Costco gas stations to save a few bucks?
No, I just use whatever gas station I can find, because literally I have to fill up every 2 hours or so.
I mean, there will be obviously Costco's in Columbus and Cincinnati and those.
Yeah,
cities.
but I agreed, but they're probably not going to be right on the highway.
True.
They might be, but they might not be.
They're often stationed not far from major highways, so I wouldn't.
And honestly, I get nervous. Like when my tank hits a quarter tank of gas, I right away it's like, okay, time to fill up, because the trailer sucks gas. Well, the trailer doesn't, but pulling the trailer definitely uses a lot more gas. I think it halves my fuel efficiency. So I'd rather be safe than sorry. And your interstate systems are amazing because every exit pretty much has gas stations. Whereas in Ontario and in Quebec, not every exit has a gas station. You have to kind of time it a lot more. So I know it's like, okay, in the next 3 intersections, I can probably get gas in the States, right? So
that's true in the eastern half. You can go out west and you'll hit some gaps, but it's almost every interchange has a gas station. So
because every interchange is pretty much where a city is or a town is or whatever, because that's their access point to get onto the interstates for the most part.
Try driving from Macon, Georgia to Savannah. There's nothing there.
All right, fine. I'm just saying on the way I'm traveling, like West Virginia, going back, I love that route because it's right along the Appalachians.
Yeah.
I guess that's what do you guys call them, the Appalachians too?
It's pronounced both ways, Appalachian and Appalachian.
Okay.
You'll hear both.
I know, like we call them the Appalachian Mountains as well in Canada, right, Dave? Like through
Yes. Yes.
yeah. I was trying to think. I've heard two different names for them, but it might be just another ridge that's there. I know Kentucky has another ridge line. But anyways, coming up, I think I-74 or I-78, I can't remember which one it is. You basically come up on the side of one of those ridges. And it's a beautiful view down. There is usually wind warnings on that, so if it's a windy day, I don't know. We'll have to see. That hotel, at least I can cancel the day before, 2 days before. So if the weather's not going to go well, I'll go back up through Cincinnati. So, but all right, I've talked too much. Dave's barely staying awake.
At
No.
least you weren't yawning and tired today, like you have been.
I actually crawled into bed at like after dinner and laid there for a few minutes. I think I dozed.
Yeah.
Because I was cold. I like it's well, I mean it's cold outside. It's only 20 degrees Celsius here, which is like in my basement, which is like room temperature basically. But I don't know. I had a chill today, so I was like, you know what? I'm just gonna crawl into bed and lay there and just surf my phone, play a game. And I think I dozed off. So that's probably why I have energy. But I know. All right, boys and girls. Thanks everybody for showing up.
Like and subscribe. Like and
Yes.
subscribe.
Thank you. Like and subscribe. Sorry, I just realized chat. You could just blast the rocks. Oh yeah, with the that way the nose wouldn't hit on the ship. The rock will blow away the rocks. Great minds think alike. Okay, because they both said that. All right. Anyways, hitting the button. We'll see you guys next week. And thanks for watching. Bye. Okay, now I'm hitting the button.